The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, show number 704. Welcome to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, helping you celebrate Celtic culture through music. I am Mark Gunn. I'm a Celtic musician and host of Folk Songs and Stories. Also, this podcast is for fans of Celtic music, and we are here to build a diverse Celtic community and help the incredible artists who so generously share their music with you. If you hear music you love, please email the artists, let them know you heard them on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. Musicians depend on your generosity to release new music, so please find a way to support them. Buy a CD, album pen, shirt, digital download, or join their community on Patreon. You can find a link to all the artists in the show notes, along with show times, when you visit our website at CelticMusicPodcast.com. You can also follow at bestcelticmusic.net to learn how to subscribe to the podcast, and you will get a free music-only episode. You'll also learn how to get your band played on the podcast. Bands don't need to send in any music, and you will get a free ebook called Celtic Musician's Guide to Digital Music. It's 100% free. Again, follow at bestcelticmusic.net. Oh, I mentioned the album pens. I updated my information about that for bands and musicians who want to another way of engaging with your audience and sharing your music with them. I have a blog article called What is an Album Pen? I'll include a link to that in the show notes. All right, the Celtic Spring Challenge is officially underway. This April, I'm asking you to join the Celtic Spring Challenge. It's a refreshing way to celebrate spring, connect with music, and make a positive impact on your community. Here's how it works. Number 1, listen to Celtic music for 30 days. Put on your favorite Celtic tunes while you walk. It could be lively jigs, soulful ballads, or the soothing sounds of bagpipes. Let the music inspire your steps. You can play this podcast, or you can play your favorite band, whatever. Just listen to Celtic music, which is easy enough for all of us, right? Number 2, walk for at least 30 minutes. You get outside, enjoy nature, clear your head, and get moving. You get bonus points, of course, if you can find a scenic path that reminds you of one of the Celtic nations. So go check it out. And number 3, pick up 3 pieces of trash. While you're out, take a moment to leave the world a little cleaner than you found it. Every little bit helps. Whether you're a diehard Celtic music fan or just discovering the genre, this challenge is a fantastic way to enjoy the season, stay active, and give back to your community. Share the journey with hashtag Celtic Spring Challenge. We'd love to see your favorite tunes, scenic walks, and recycling wins. Are you ready to step into the spring with purpose and a killer playlist? Lace up your shoes, press play, and let's go. All right. I hope you'll be joining me. I'm going to be doing this every day this month. So I'm looking forward to doing it myself. So get outside, listen to Celtic music. Maybe you can start with the first band that was on this playlist, Fluke. That was Jig for Sham, The Dawn Wall, Johnny D's, and Timeweaver. It's from their new EP, Sanju. Next up is Kinnfolk with The Star Above the Mountain set from their album, Star Above the Mountain.
but seriously. And now I'm returning with gold and good store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no nay, never. No nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. The likes of your type I could have any day, and it's no nay, never. No nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I pulled from me pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskies and wines, oh the best, and the words I was saying were only in jest. And it's no nay, never. No nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
In South Australia I was born. Heave away, haul away, South Australia round Cape Horn. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. As I walked out one morning fair, heave away, haul away, 'twas there I met Miss Nancy Blair. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. I shook her up, I shook her down. Heave away, haul away, I shook her round and round the town. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. There ain't but one thing grieves my mind. Heave away, haul away, to leave Miss Nancy Blair behind. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. I wish I was on Australia's strand. Heave away, haul away, with a bottle of whiskey in my hand. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. Australia is my native land. Heave away, haul away, full of thieves and fleas and Andrew. Bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. I'll lash Andrew to the keel for fun. Heave away, haul away, and hope my knot doesn't come undone. Hey, bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. I'll tie Andrew to the mast so tight. Heave away, haul away, then I'll sleep well all through the night. I'm bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. I'll put Andrew in the crow's nest. Heave away, haul away, and make him wear my daughter's dress. Bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. Oh, you got one too, Andrew?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, go for it.
Some fish for dinner I shall get.
Heave away, haul away,
By using Mark as a fishing net.
we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia.
We fly by night but the wind's all wrong.
Heave away, haul away,
Mark will add more wind by singing this song.
we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away, and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. After Kinnfolk came Katie Jane Band with Wild Rover from her album Wild One, then Malin Lewis with Cycle Lane from Halocline, and finished up the set with my band, the Brobdingnagian Bards. We have a new album that we just finished. It's called Another Faire to Remember. It is not actually officially released, but we finished mixing and mastering it last week, sent it to the printers, and that, of course, was South Australia. It is a fun album, so I hope you will consider purchasing that when it comes around, you know, to help out my band. Always nice. And in the meantime, I want your feedback. What are you doing today while listening to the podcast? You can send a written comment along with a picture of what you were doing while listening, or a Celtic band that you've heard or seen recently, or of a new Celtic CD. I'm always trying to find out what's the new music out there, and you can help me do that. Send an email, follow@bestcelticmusic.net. Sarah Lucas emailed, "Hello, Mark. I often listen to the podcast while I'm working. Many of the artists are new to me, but I do love when you play some of my local favorites, The Secret Commonwealth, Clare Cunningham, and the Sternwheelers, to name a few. But this week, I heard an old favorite of mine, Broken Wings by Cherish the Ladies. Years ago, a 2-disc Celtic compilation called Song of the Green Linnet made its way into my possession. It quickly became a favorite, and the first track on disc 2 happens to be Broken Wings. What a beautiful song. I love hearing it on your podcast, as well as your interviews with the Cherish the Ladies last year. Keep up the good work." Thank you so much, Sarah. Yes, I was really thrilled to put that onto this compilation, which is called Celtic Forever. That album should be released any day now, but it is only available as a CD or album pen. It will not be available on any of the streaming services, on any of the download services, but you can get a digital download of the album. That's what album pens are all about. You'll also get a digital download of it with when you buy the CD as well. So keep an eye open at magerecords.com. That's where it will go live. Jared wrote, "Hi there. I just wanted to let you know that I've been listening to you while I've been writing my Celtic Lit RPG books. It's been great. If you feel like giving a shout out or checking out the books yourself, you can find them at longwinded.one/books. Thanks again." Thank you, Jared, for sharing. I'll check those out. And if you have a Celtic business, by the way, or if you're writing Celtic, if you're doing Celtic music, drop me a line. Follow at bestcelticmusic.net. I'd love to share what you got out there Celtic-wise. So send it in. Shell O'Toole wrote, "Hi, Mark. I heard you are going to Wexford. I want to alert you to a wonderful musician who lives in Wexford. Johnny Tennant is his name. He is part of the Traditional Arts Collective. I met Johnny back in 1998 when I attended the Irish Music Summer School at the University of Limerick. We hung out every time I was in Dublin. He showed me the versatility of the ballroom when he took me to a blues club and played along with the musicians there. He's a singer-songwriter. He plays guitar, bouzouki, ballroom, and the Dord. I'm sure meeting him would be a fabulous experience for those sharing this adventure in Wexford. Kind regards, Shell O'Toole, singer of songs, teller of tales, weaver of webs." Thanks, Shell. I will definitely reach out to him. I do like to have Celtic musicians perform for my groups when I can make it happen, at least once, depending on the finances and whatnot. But I will reach out to him. Maybe he could be the person who I end up having us perform for us. That would be fantastic. So I will check that out. All right, let's get back to the music. Next up, we have the Lilies of the Midwest. This is the Sliabh Luachra National Anthem from Cats, Ceili. And I gotta say, I got their press kit and they had, what was it? Gratuitous cat pictures in the press kit. I thought that was delightful. Here is the Lilies of the Midwest.
dúirt tír mhór go marí féin faoi ho man tíomheog. The ocean dances on the shore, the trees they sway, the lament of life, my vanishing days, you take my hand, the leaves fall from me, my heart sings.
we'll never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love were ever wont to gae, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
You'll take the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland afar ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep side of Ben Lomond, where deep in purple hue the Heelan hills we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. You'll take the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland afar ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. The wee birdies sing and the wildflowers spring, and in sunshine the waters are sleeping, but the broken-hearted cans, they second spring again, though the wakeful may cease from their greeting. You'll take the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland afar ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. You'll take the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland afar ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
After the Lilies of the Midwest came Olivia Bradley. She has a new single featuring Ashley Davis that was called Little Fairy. Then came Timmy Clifford's and the Rookery by On the Lash from their album Fireside. And we finished up the set with Golden Bough. That was Loch Lomond's from their album Westering Home. Thank you so much, patrons of the podcast. You make the music happen. I am in awe of your generosity. You're the heartbeat of this podcast, the reason I bring you fresh Celtic tunes every week. Your kindness fuels everything. It covers our brilliant engineer, our talented designer, and the Celtic Music Magazine editor. It spreads this music far and wide. It even lets me buy the music you love, so it gives me the time to craft each episode just for you. As a patron, you're more than a supporter. You're part of the music. You get exclusive ad-free episodes, free downloads, and the power to shape the Celtic Top 20. All this for as little as $4 a month, less than a pint of Guinness, yet enough to keep the music alive and thriving. Join us today. Let's make this music last forever. A special thanks to our Celtic legends. These incredible people pledge $25 or more per month. And I am super grateful for each and every one of you. Thanks to Rick Boyce, Bruce, Daniel Ide, Brian McReynolds, Marty Myers, Alan Schindler, Margaretta Silverstone, Emma Bartholomew, Dan McDade, Gerald F. Boyle, Miranda Nelson, Nancy Barnett, Kevin Long, Gary R. Hook, Linda McNeil, John Sharkey White II, Kelly Garrett, Mike Schock, Annie Lorkowski, and Sean Callie. Thank you so much. Here is your 3-step plan to support the podcast. Number 1, go to our Patreon page. Number 2, decide how much you want to pledge every month or every year. Number 3, keep listening to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast to celebrate Celtic culture through music. You can become a generous patron of the podcast on Patreon at songhinge.com. And you can also join me on a Celtic Invasion vacation where I take a small group of fans on the relaxing adventure of a lifetime. Next year, we're going to Galicia in Spain. And I hope you will go to CelticInvasion.com to check it out and see if you want to join us next year. Clare Sands is up next. She has a album called Gormaka. This is Dealing Day. It features Brian Finnegan as well.
Northern lights invite me, a coaster in a show. Dance burn it down, let me in a gallon. Kyoshi, I hear you calling me back home. Glor Harriet the Gallo, McCree, Lonald Dutcher. Hands on your skin in places that still sing. Soon tree, I hear you calling me back home. Jalandi, show me the way, show me the way. Jalandi, show me the way, show me the way. Soul sings, breathe the Isha, lift my wings. Jalandi, show me the way, show me the way. Jalandi, show me the way, show me the way.
bounty on my head. There's a bounty on my head. I realized that someone put a bounty on my head. This morning I woke up with something on my head. My heart stopped, my hands shook, and I was filled with dread. I walked over to the mirror to see what could be there. A roll of paper towels had been glued onto my hair. There's a bounty on my head. There's a bounty on my head. I realized that someone put a bounty on my head. Nothing more to do, nothing to be said. I woke to find that some brawny lad had put a bounty on my head. Great Scott! Who had done this? It made a terrible mistake. I had been asleep, but now I'm wide awake. There's a bounty on my head. There's a bounty on my head. I realized that someone put a bounty on my head. It took me a few minutes to absorb it. It's like it tore apart my soul. I wiped away a private tear to be so marooned by a paper roll. By a paper roll. There's a bounty on my head. There's a bounty on my head. I realized that someone put a bounty on my head. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises, early in the morning. I patch myself together, hooked by this tide of woe. My assailant pegged me right, emotion swelled, you know. If you're serious, avoid peer pressure. From birth until you're dead, don't wave it away or you surely have a bounty on your head. There's a bounty on my head. There's a bounty on my head. I realize that someone put a bounty on my head. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises, a bounty on my head. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? A bounty on his head. Shoulder
with Russians, Czechs, and Poles. On shuddering jams in the Hydra dams or underneath the Thames in a whole way. I grafted hard and I got me a car and many a ganger's hits across me ears. Well, if you value your life, well, don't join by Christ with the galvanized Fusiliers. Well, if you value your life, well, don't join by Christ with the galvanized Fusiliers.
After Clare Sands and Brian Finnegan came CaliCeltic with Bounty on My Head from Paddy Paradise. Then Robert Zielinski with Drunken Piper from The Day Dawn. And we finished up the set with a single by Bealtaine. That was McAlpine's Fusiliers. Thank you so much for listening. I have a lot more music coming because this podcast is going on 20 years this July. So I'm going to keep the show going because I love sharing it with you and I love you for being here, so thank you so much. You can vote in the Celtic Top 20. This is our way of finding the best songs and artists each year. You can vote for as many songs and tunes that inspire you in each episode. Your vote helps me create this year's Best Celtic Music of 2025 episode. You have just 3 weeks to vote, and you can also follow along on our playlist to those tracks that were the top voted tracks. They're added every 2 to 3 weeks. All right, we're going to finish up the show with Amelia Hogan. She has a brand new CD that is now out. It's called Burnished. This is Come Away In, and she will be on the podcast with an interview in a week or two. I forget exactly when, but coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. I will be back again next week. Sláinte.
Come away and come away. Come away in the storm, it is rising, but we'll hold back the wind. Come away and welcome into the house where we have bread to eat and room at the table. Welcome into the house. Come away and come away in the storm. It is rising, but we'll hold back the wind. Come away and welcome into the house where we sit down to meet with stranger and neighbor. Welcome into the house. Come away and come away in the storm. It is rising, but we'll hold back the wind. Come away and welcome into the house where there's an open door and the fire is burning. Welcome into the house. Come away and come away in the storm. It is rising, but we'll hold back the wind. Come away and welcome into the house where you can rest a while from the world and its turning. Welcome into the house. Come away and come away in the storm. It is rising, but we'll hold back the wind. come away. All you sisters and mothers, come away. All you fathers and brothers, come away. All the widows lamenting, come away. All the exiles dissenting, come away. All the lost and forgotten, come away. All the battered and broken, come away. All the motherless children, come away. We welcome you all into the house. Come away, come away, and come away, come away. And the storm, it is rising, but we'll hold back the wind. Come away, come away, come away, come away.
The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast is produced by Mark Gunn, the Celt Father, and our patrons on Patreon. The show is edited by Mitchell Peterson with graphics by Miranda Nelson Designs. Visit our website to follow the show. You'll find a link to all the artists played in this episode. Todd Wiley is the editor of the Celtic Music Magazine. Subscribe to get 34 Celtic MP3s for free. Plus, you'll get 7 weekly news items about what's happening with Celtic music and culture online. Best of all, you will connect with your Celtic heritage. Please tell one friend about this podcast. Word of mouth is the absolute best way to support any creative endeavor. Finally, remember, climate change is real. We can fix it. Cutting waste, saving energy, and pushing for clean power all make a difference. A cleaner, safer world benefits everyone. Talk to someone today. Our children are counting on you. Promote Celtic culture through music at CelticMusicPodcast.com.